Hi, Phil. Hi, Melissa. It's Blair calling. It's Blair with South Medic. Sorry, first I have it. I just thought I'd send you a quick little video. I'll post this on my YouTube link to show you the flexible scope that we discussed while I was in Thunder Bay. I was going to send you a electronic brochure, and I still will, but this gives you kind of a first-hand experience of what the scope looks like, and kind of what it looks like and what it can do. So it's a regular 3.2 millimeter scope, but you'll notice it's got a pistol grip. That's a little bit different than most scopes that you have, and that's for the surgeon's ergonomics. They can put it in their hand. It's actually quite nice to navigate through the sinus, as opposed to having a scope that's kind of up like that. And it's extremely light. So because it's all digital and there's no fiber optics, you've got an LED light in the distal end of the scope. We've got no cable attached. It's shockingly light. You wouldn't think it would be this light. And one of the benefits that I had mentioned to not having anything attached to the scope is now we can use it in the UV Smart system to high level disinfect the scope. So if there was a cord that was physically attached, we wouldn't be able to have that desktop version because it would cast a shadow. So we would have to get the big cabinet that we had discussed where you could actually hang up the scope and then hang the cord down off the side. So in addition to being able to be high level disinfected in 20 seconds on a desktop, it's also got some really unique benefits that your current system doesn't. And the fact that this is a USB capable scope, meaning that one end will plug into the scope. So I can go like this. And then the other end is a USB connector. So I'm just getting this ready for you, is a USB connector. So what that means is that I can now plug this scope into a tablet, an Android tablet or a Galaxy tablet. We can also plug it into a PC or an Apple computer. And we're not limited now to a big Olympus tower where you have to buy a light source, a video processor, a big cart, a big monitor. It could be $50,000 or $60,000 for the system. Now I can work this with a $500 tablet and a $100 stand if I wanted to. Or even my cell phone if I really had to, or a computer. And as you can see, I have it plugged up to my tablet, which I'll show you right now. Let's go down here. So you can see I have it plugged into my tablet. I use this little, it's called a dongle. I think it's the official term. So one end will plug into my tablet. I have another connector here, USB-C, where I could power my tablet so it doesn't draw on the battery. Then I plug my scope into the USB connector here. And then once it's there, like any normal scope, I can start looking around. Give me that out of your way. There you go. So it's got a really nice image. You can see that well on the screen. I can take videos and pictures right on the screen if I wanted to. So that's quite easy to do. And then if I have this hooked up to a computer, I can use these little buttons here. I think you can see them. And I can program them. So I can go videos play or video record, video stop. I can take a picture. I can control the light brightness. I think you can kind of see that maybe. So there's 3 different light brightnesses we could do. So it's got a lot of functionality. And again, the cost point is extremely nice because you just have to pay for the scope and you can have any output media of your choice. Again, whether it's a tablet, a computer, even a cell phone and a cart, and you won't have to have that massively big video tower in the clinic, and it's lightweight, and you don't have to send the scopes down to MDR anymore to be processed, as I mentioned, because now you can do them right on site in 20 seconds. And ideally what you'd want to do is after the procedure is done, wipe the scope down with a wet cloth, a lid-free cloth, put it into the system, close the lid. 20 seconds later, your scope is high-level disinfected, and it's ready for your next patient. So you could do 2 things. You can either high-level disinfect it and then store the scope, and then while the patient is in the room, just before you want to scope that patient, you can take the scope out, wipe it down again, put it in the high-level disinfector, and pop the scope out and then immediately go right to the patient. You've got the most clean scope that you could have with minimal contamination. So that's the scope in a nutshell. I will send you an email with pricing, both for the scope. I'll also send you an email with the repair costs, so the most you can expect for any repair. And then I'll also send you a link to the UVC Smart, where you can take a look at the UVC light detectors, or sorry, disinfectors. And I'll send you some pricing on those as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out either by phone or by email. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.